Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Binta, and if you're new here and like what you see, do not forget to hit on the subscribe button and also like this video. Okay, so today's video is a bit of a sad one. I didn't want to talk about this, but based on the recent events, I thought I should just make a quick video about it. So apparently there is a Black American guy that has been shot in Burkina Faso. So, and before then there was another guy attacked in Uganda who is a Black American as well. That was the main reason why I wanted to make a video, but I decided to just let it go. But since this other event has turned out, I decided, okay, I'm just gonna make a video, and this video is gonna be more like an advice video. And before I move any further, I'm just gonna give you a quick summary of the Black American guy that got shot in Uganda, and unfortunately he died. Just in case you don't know, the reason he got shot was because he was seen in a military base, and apparently they were trying to stop him, I believe, but he didn't listen. He kept coming, and he unfortunately got shot and died. First off, I don't know what the guy went to do in a military base area. That's very weird and suspicious, but as you guys know, nobody really knows what happened, because none of us was there when it was happening. But I must say, he made a very big mistake going to a military base, despite the country it might be. Whether it's Burkina Faso, whether it's another African country, as far as I'm concerned, it really doesn't matter. You don't go to places that you don't have no business in. And considering the kind of country that Burkina Faso is, with the election also so close, and the fact that they have a lot of chaos that goes on in that country, they have jihads there and all that. Basically there's like some sort of terrorism going on there as well, so everybody should be suspicious of their surroundings, especially if it's a military base area. So that's the main reason why I don't understand what business he has in that kind of area. Anyways, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave JT's YouTube video, because that he knows him. They were both in Burkina Faso. JT recently is in Burkina Faso, and he's been there for over a year. So I'm gonna leave his link down below so you can check out his video for more information if you want. But like I said, this is an advice video. African Americans, African Caribbeans, Diasporan Africans, when you go to Africa, be careful. Be very careful. Yes, we talk about Africa is peaceful. Yes, there is peace of mind in Africa, and when it comes to election times, it is not as peaceful as America. American election or European election is very different from African election. African election can be very chaotic. Like, it is chaos during election time in Africa. Okay, so we can compare America to Africa, and this is any other country in Africa. It's not only Burkina Faso, okay, because this can happen in any country. Basically, if you go to a country that you have no business in a military base area, and you go there and you look suspicious, they will most probably shoot you. And that's what happened. It doesn't matter which country it is. It doesn't matter if it's Gambia, if it's what is it called, Senegal, if it's Burkina Faso, Guinea. It does not matter. You need to guard your life. You need to mind your business. You need to be in places that you're supposed to be. Just because we're coming from America, or just because we're saying Africa is peaceful, does not mean that we have to pay less attention to the guidelines. You need to listen. You need to ask questions. You may be lucky because you're coming from America. Sometimes when people see you or you do certain things, they would just let things slide, because they see you as a visitor, they see you as someone who's new to the country, so you will most likely not know a lot of stuff. But we cannot just ignore the guidelines all the time. There is rules and regulations everywhere you go. So be careful. Be careful. I am telling you, I am a Gambian, but when it comes to politics season or politics time in Gambia, I will not mess with it. I will try to be as safe as possible. I want to safeguard my life because I know I need to be alive for my children. So be careful, especially if you're in a country that you don't know nobody in. Can you just imagine like losing your life in a country that you don't have nobody at? Nobody knows you. Even if you know someone, these are not like your close family members. You could die and nobody would have known about it. It's election time in Uganda and an American guy has been attacked. I will not say this guy has been attacked. This guy, I believe, was in the wrong place at the wrong time. You know, when riots are going on, you just don't get up and, you know, go wherever you want, especially in areas that there are riots at. You don't do that. You shouldn't even want to do that as a citizen of that country, talk less of you being a stranger in that country. Africa during politics is not to be played with. People will slice you with a knife or a machete, all in the name of politics. You need to be mindful of the way you talk to people. You need to be mindful of the places you go. You need to be mindful of the kind of friends you make. Do not get yourself in crime in a country you don't know. Even in America, you know what to do and what not to do. You know what to say and what not to say. You know which neighborhoods to go and which neighborhoods not to go to. So unfortunate that this guy had to die. But I am hoping this will be a lesson to a lot of people. To know where to go. To know what to say. To know who to mingle with. Because apparently this guy have people who are ready to help him and guide him. But he didn't want to listen. Now the result is disastrous. Please be careful, guys. You need to research a country before you go there as well. You know? And I am hoping that he made his research because I don't know his reason for going there in the first place. We cannot leave America and go to Africa with our ghetto behaviors. Yes, that's just the truth. I'm gonna say it. You know, we can't leave America and take America along with us to Africa. A country like my country, you will barely see anybody with a gun. Nobody ever have a gun. But I have watched videos, I have watched live streams whereby people were asking, what about gun laws? How do we ship guns to Gambia? How do we do this? How do we do that? And I'm just there like, why are you asking about gun laws and how to ship guns when you are going to a place, a country like Gambia that nobody ever holds a gun? If you're not in the military, you don't have any right to have a gun. You cannot just trample on the laws of a country. It's okay to have guns in America, but in African countries, you are not allowed to have guns. It's only the military people that are allowed to have guns. So you having a gun in a country like that means you are going against the law. And you can get arrested for that. You can get put yourself in jail for that. I saw a lot of people asking about guns in Gambia, asking about how to ship guns to Gambia, asking about how the gun laws in Gambia are because they need to safeguard themselves. I'm like, first of all, who are you saving yourself from? Listen, if you need to save yourself in Gambia, then you need to get a security guard or somebody in the military to come and guard your home or whatever you wanna secure. But you yourself, you are not allowed to have a gun. And the fact that people are asking these questions on social media platforms and you're thinking nobody's watching. When we're on this platform, let's be rest assured that a lot of people are watching that are not even commenting or saying anything. So many people are taking information and going with it. So do not only think that you're the only one watching, you're the only one commenting. Some people will not comment, but they're listening to what you're saying. They're looking at all the comments. We cannot leave America and want to take America back to Africa. And asking about gun laws and how do you ship guns to countries in Africa specifically means you want to take America to Africa. Which African countries do you think is going to let you take a gun to their country? Really? Be careful, guys. America is very, very different from Africa. There might be chaos in Africa. But when we fight with our hands. You fight with your hands, and basically that's it. Fight with your hands. Well, that doesn't mean that, like I said, during elections, sometimes people will, try to use knives on each other and stuff like that. That's why you need to be careful. But these are things that don't happen all the time. When you look at Africa and the history of most African countries, they have dictatorship for like 20-30 years. Just one leader in the country, trying to rule for 40 years with no benefits, with that country not ever moving forward. Basically, the country is just stagnant at one place. When things like this happen, people are frustrated, people are angry, people are desperate, because there's a lot of people that cannot even go back to their country just because they have a dictator president. A lot of people that have been in the diaspora for like 20-30 years and can never go back to their country. So the people that are in the country are fighting for all these things. They're fighting for poverty. They're fighting for one person or one government killing everybody. If you know what happened in Gambia, as we say, Gambia is the most peaceful country in the whole world. And I agree with it. But since our last president left, there has been so many revelations that I would never have thought were happening in Gambia. But it happens. This is the reality. Thousands of people died. Thousands of people were slaughtered. Thousands of people were buried alive. All because of one government. So what do you think people are going to do? They're going to get desperate. You push them to the wall and they're going to push back. Like I said, African countries, no matter which country it is never peaceful during elections. Just your life is in your hand. Your peace of mind is in your hand. So safeguard your life. Be careful, guys. Do not go to places you have no business at. Do not go to areas they have riots in. Do not get yourself involved in politics. And one thing is that I've seen people comparing the Chinese and the white people to the Americans, that the American guy that have been attacked, and people were saying, did they attack Chinese like that? Like, this guy was not attacked in the first place. This guy was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Secondly, did you ever see a Chinese person in a riot place in Africa? Did you ever see a Chinese get involved in politics? Did you ever see a Chinese go to a military base area? Think about it. All they care about is exploit. They're busy taking the resources. Trust me, you will never see these people in the midst of Africans, whether it's a riot, whether it's politics. They are busy taking all the resources. I mean, them coming to Africa in the first place has nothing to do with the chaotic situations in Africa. It has nothing to do with politics in Africa. They need one thing, and that thing, they're ready to grab it and go. So forget about them. Instead, let's think of what we can do in Africa. Let's think of how we could stop the exploitation in Africa. When our people like go to the wrong places and get shot, or go to the wrong places and get, you know, injured or beaten or anything, we cannot compare that to, oh, are they treating the Chinese like that? Anybody could die. Anybody could get shot by going to a military base area, especially if you look suspicious, especially if they're trying to stop you and you are not listening. So we cannot compare these two things. For example, let's say we have freedom of speech in Africa, and then you decide to go to a country where freedom of speech is not very well valued. What are you gonna do? Are you just gonna say, oh, I don't care, I come from America and there's freedom of speech so I can do it anywhere I want? No, because you're gonna put yourself in trouble, because you're going to get shot or you're gonna get killed because of your mouth, and you don't want that. So that's all I wanted to say. Let's be careful. Never ignore the guidelines in any country that you go to. Abide by the country's laws. Safeguard yourself. Do your business and live in peace. Anyways, that is about it for this video, and if you have anything to say to that or add to that, make sure you leave me your comments down below. Okay, thank you guys very much for watching, and I will definitely see you in my next video. Bye guys.